Hi, welcome to Making a Better Me, Day 31 update. That's right, that means I'm done my first month of vlogging daily. I guess you could call it my 1 month vlogiversary or vlog anniversary or cam anniversary or whatever you want to call it. I guess not really a cam, more of a vlog, I guess. Anyways, so yeah, 31 days. I've been doing this vlog of making a better me and trying to make improvements to myself. That being said, today was kind of a slack, lazy day. I mentioned last night that I was hoping for a second consecutive snow day this week, and I did get that. Today was another snow day here, and as I've mentioned, I get snow days off as part of my job, which is a wonderful perk, and I appreciate it very much. So that being said, I took an extremely lazy day today. Slept in a little bit, not overly late, and just kind of lazed around. Took care of a few things on the computer, did a few little jobs that I wanted to get done, and took care of just little odds and ends that weren't super important, but things that I wanted to get done. So I did do some things like that. I also, what else did I do today? Had some lunch and supper and all that. I mentioned yesterday that we made a stew, so I had some stew for supper. One minor disappointment: the weather cleared fairly early today. The roads were bad probably early in the morning, but later in the day they improved quite considerably. We were supposed to have agility tonight in Stellarton, and I was quite excited about that. I was thinking, oh, good, this will be a nice night. And unfortunately, there was an accident over in Stellarton and caused quite a significant power outage. Actually, I'm not sure where the accident was. I guess it was at the power plant or something. They had a transformer blow up, so there was quite a large power outage, which affected our agility arena, and so we didn't have class tonight. That was a little bit disappointing, but we made the most of that and decided to do something else with our time. And my daughter Tamara has been wanting to see the movie Jumanji. That was I don't know if it's a remake or a sequel. It's hard to say, really. I would call it more of a sequel than a remake, but anyways, she had been wanting to see that, so we went to the theater and saw that tonight, and actually it was not too bad. It was, I mean, obviously silly and stuff, but it was quite entertaining, quite funny in spots, and so I did like that. After that, we did go to the gym, and I did a pretty decent workout tonight. Tonight I worked on calves. Did a much harder calf workout than the last time. Hopefully my calves won't be too sore. Last time they were sore, and I only did about half as much as I did tonight, so we'll see what happens. And when I say half as much, I mean half as many sets and working exercises. No, I didn't double my weight in one day, obviously. So we'll see how that feels tomorrow. And after that, I did a little bit of cardio. I did about 5 minutes on the treadmill, and my knee just wasn't loving it. And I was only going at a very relaxed pace on the treadmill. So I decided to move to the recumbent bike, and I did 15 minutes on the recumbent bike, and I was going at probably a moderate intensity. And then I went on the one of the ellipticals, and I did another 16 minutes again at a moderate intensity, moderate to high intensity, I would guess it would be classified as. But still felt pretty good about that. And some days you have to have a lazy day and just sort of take it easy and chill out and do some things like that. So that was how I took advantage of my day today. Tomorrow is Thursday. Just to give a quick recap for the remaining part of the week. And so tomorrow is Thursday. I have nothing after work in the evening, so that will be kind of nice. I don't have anywhere that I have to be. I don't have any appointments. Friday night we do have a vet appointment with Mika, our oldest girl, our oldest lab mix, our oldest dog, I guess. But other than that, the weekend looks pretty wide open. Don't think we have anything planned for Saturday or Sunday. I'll probably be running a few errands on Saturday, and Sunday, probably just be a bit of a relaxing day. Hopefully get some housework and some cleaning and some things like that done. But anyways, just felt pretty good about things, and just sort of took an easy day today. And yeah, so that's what I did. That being said, I will say I did notice on my vlog I had a nice comment yesterday from a fellow from Belgium. Thought that was great to get a comment saying that I was doing great, and that we'll get through 2018, achieving our goals and supporting each other. And that's the kind of thing that I like to see. I want to see more people trying to help and support each other, because that's how we meet our goals. We don't meet our goals by tearing people down. We meet our goals by building people up. And I think that's something that we need to see more of in our society, is more building people up and less tearing people down for no real obvious reasons. Anyway, so I thought that was pretty cool. So I have an 11th subscriber, so and I'll do my usual blurb here about that. I always appreciate likes on my videos. I always appreciate comments on my videos. I appreciate subscribers. Love to have a few more subscribers. And if you feel that my videos are good or worthy, I would love to see them shared to get them out there to a broader audience. Help more people, maybe. Who knows? I like to think that I'm helping someone other than myself with this, and I certainly hope that somebody's watching my video and is inspired by it. So how do I think things are going at a 1 month update is probably another question I should answer tonight. I feel pretty good. As I mentioned, I've been doing the chiro massage things, and my body is feeling better than it's felt in a while. I am really starting to get the itch to start lifting weights again, but I'm holding off right now. My elbows are still bothering me quite a bit, but I think, seeing improvements, and I hope that that will continue. My back, as I've mentioned a few times, has been greatly improved, and I guess I need to thank my massage and chiro people at Leg Health Clinic here in Truro for working with me and helping me to achieve my goals this year. Some of the other things that I've been doing and working on is I've been trying to be more accountable for housework and helping out around the house and doing my part and doing my share. And I feel like I've made vast improvements in that. Not to say that I was completely horrible before, but there's always room for doing more and helping more. And I think it's something that sometimes it's easy to get out of the habit of. And so I've been really making sure I take a few minutes here and there just to do some of the little jobs that I can take care of and get things done and help out and just feel like I'm not just leaving everything to someone else. So yeah, I feel like that goal is being accomplished. We've been working a lot on decluttering in our house and have made quite significant gains in that. There's still, as I look around, lots of room for improvement, but we're moving in the right direction, and that's I think an important thing to recognize. Is a lot of people would probably look around and say, "Oh my God, you say you're making improvements? This is terrible." It's better than it was, and so we always have to sort of step back and say, well, what did we do? What have we accomplished? And don't always look at where we are or where we want to be, but how far we've come already. And that's an important thing to remember on anytime you're trying to achieve a goal, is to make sure that you're making gains and working towards your goal. And sometimes you have to look at how far you've come and not how far you have left to go, because if your goals are lofty, if they're quite significant, it can take a long time, and it can become very frustrating if you focus on how far away you are from achieving those goals. So, anyways, I feel pretty good about that. A couple of other things that I wanted to mention is, I've been working on my fitness goals, and like I say, without being able to really lift weights and work my upper body properly, most of my goals at this point have been towards strengthening my core, my abs. I've been doing a lot of ab work, and I've been doing a lot of cardio, and I've been doing some stretching. I don't really have a metric of measurement for the stretching as far as how that's going, if I'm improving or not. I'm trying to stretch regularly. I hope that I'm getting more flexible, but I'm certainly not wrapping my legs over my head or anything like that yet. So I don't see significant gains there, but I'm going to keep with the program and keep working at that, trying to make improvements there. My cardio, I am seeing, I think, significant improvement in my my cardiovascular ability. So when I do my cardio workouts, I seem to be able to work out harder for longer, and seem to be improving very quickly, and I'm happy with that. One of the frustrations that I've had in the past, and I'm seeing again now, is due to the problems with my knees. I really can't run on the treadmill or even walk much on the treadmill. I find it really bothers me. Now, I have been working on the elliptical quite a bit, and I've been working on the recumbent bike, and both those things have been going well. I've also spent time using the rope trainer, which is actually, I don't find it as cardiovascular as maybe it could be, but it is a good intense workout. Works your upper body a little bit. So a couple of things I want to add, and I haven't had a chance to try yet, and maybe I'll have to, is one is the rowing machine. I may add that into my cardio workouts. One thing I do hope to add at some point, I don't think I'm quite ready for it yet, but it's the stair machine. The stair machine is pretty intense, and I did jump on it one night recently just to see where I was as a starting point, and I didn't feel comfortable with where I was, so I decided I'll hold off until I'm a little bit more prepared for that before I jump in and start doing that. That being said, I was using the stairs quite a bit in the past. I was able to maintain a fairly high pace for 30 to 40 minutes, and I felt pretty good about that. So I'd like to get back there where I'm feeling cardiovascular strength and the ability to keep going a little harder. I will say that's one thing that seems odd to me, but for whatever reason, the stair machine has not bothered my knee, whereas the treadmill has. I guess it's less impact because you're just setting your foot, not banging it down hard, but just setting it gently on a step and lifting yourself, rather than slamming it hard on the treadmill. So what other goals have I worked on so far this year? One of the goals that I had set fairly early for myself was to try to get lotion on my heels more often and get rid of the dry cracking sensations. I've been pretty consistent with that. I feel like my heels are doing a lot better. I'm probably not lotioning every single night, but I am lotioning frequently, and I do see a huge difference in my heels. So I'm pretty excited about that, pretty happy with that. I tend to pick at my heels when they're cracked, and to the point of sometimes bleeding, frequently quite significant pain, and just I don't know why, but I just can't help picking at them. So the lotion is helping by getting rid of the cracks and the places where I can dig in and grab. It certainly reduces the opportunities and the chances that I will be picking at my heels. So pretty happy about that. Sticking with that pretty well. I've started to try to make small improvements to my eating. I will say I've had a couple of days so far this month where I haven't had pop. Pop is probably one of my biggest downfalls. I really I would love to kick that habit. I'm not ready to yet, but I am trying to at least try to have more days without pop. Um, doesn't mean that there are days that I have way too much pop, but I am trying to, stay on top of that a little bit. There are certain factors that make me fall back into those bad habits, and one of them is quite often tiredness. I use pop as my source of caffeine, and feel that I maybe need that little jolt some days when I'm haven't gotten enough sleep because I've stayed up far too late. That is one goal that I've still been failing on, and I've mentioned that a couple times already, is not getting enough sleep on a consistent basis. I stay up too late for how early I have to get up, and for whatever reason at nighttime I just don't want to go to bed, or I don't feel tired, or I don't feel ready. I have suffered with insomnia in the past, and I do find lying in bed tossing and turning very frustrating and unpleasant, and almost bothers me more than not getting enough sleep. So that's probably part of the reasoning behind it, but I do need to really try to make improvements and make sure I'm getting 6-7 hours sleep a night. I think would be enough for me to be functioning really quite well. So I would like to make some improvements with that. I have been trying to eat a little bit better. I've mentioned my salads with vinegar as the dressing, and excuse me. I've been sticking with that, and I feel pretty good about that. I haven't been eating completely cleanly, that's for sure. There's still lots of leftover chocolate around the house from Christmas and some other things. So that's one of my big downfalls. I'm a big chocolate fan, but I try to be satisfied with less chocolate if I'm eating a good high quality chocolate. So and I tend to go for the better high quality, the Lindt, the Lindors, the Ghirardellis, and things like that. And those tend to satisfy me more than some of the cheap chocolate bars that you'll pick up at the convenience store or wherever. So I've been trying to improve on that, but I do need probably a small chocolate fix most days. I feel that I crave it when I don't have it, and I guess it's a strong addiction that I'll have to sort of learn to deal with. Other than that, there was one other thing I wanted to mention that I don't know what exactly prompted this, but I wanted to mention it because I'm a little bit happy about it. One thing that I've stopped doing this year is I've stopped playing games on my phone. There were a couple games I've been playing on my phone just to pass time when I was bored or whatever, and I feel at some points they get a little bit out of hand, and we're maybe doing more than just passing time when I was bored and sucking up time that I didn't have to give to them. And I've stopped doing that. I've stopped playing the games. I just lost interest, and I'm really pretty happy with that. So that has freed up some time to take care of some of the other things that I've been trying to work on and improve. And so I think that's a significant thing worth mentioning. So that's about all I have to say for my 1 month update. 11 months to go, but at this point I feel like I will continue with this beyond a year. Through 2019, I may revamp my goals and make some changes to my goals, but we'll see where that takes us. One of the other things I did want to mention is one of my goals that sort of, I don't know if I've ever talked about this on here, that I would like to accomplish maybe this year, is I would like to get back doing obstacle races. I did some obstacle races in 2013 and 2014, had a lot of fun with them. 2015 I had 2 knee surgeries, so I didn't do any that year, and I just haven't felt back to normal enough to do them in 2016 and 2017, and I feel like I've sort of let that take over and not push myself hard enough. So over my goals for probably sometime over the summer would be to try to get out and do an obstacle race or two. One of my goals, more short-term goals, is to expand my workouts a little bit more. I still, not ready for upper body, but I would like to expand to training legs more than just calves. But I want to add in quads and hamstrings and full leg workouts again. That's something I'm going to have to sort of build up slowly because I've let it go too long, and I'm concerned about pushing it too hard and hurting my knee. So I've got to really go easy and get myself back on track with that, and maybe even some lower back exercises to add in, and we'll see where that goes from there. But yeah, so that's about all I have to say for tonight. For everybody who's watching, I appreciate it and thank you. You've helped me get through 1 month. Please keep watching and help me get through the rest of the year. And yeah, so that's all I have to say for tonight. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye bye.